Do you want to see my record collection? I think I started collecting records around 8 years ago. I tried to do the math. I think it was something like that. This is my collection over around 8 years of collecting. I'll talk about where they came from if I remember. I only own one single, and it's this Lucy Dacus Kissing Lessons and Thumbs Again. I ordered this like right when it came out because I love Lucy Dacus, and Home Video is probably my favorite Lucy Dacus album, and Thumbs is the greatest song ever. Music from the Edge of Heaven by Wham. This was my mom's in, I think she got it in like 1986. 21 Pilots Blurry Face. I don't really listen to 21 Pilots that much anymore, but I was a big fan. I saw them in concert for my 15th birthday. The concert was actually on my birthday, which was pretty awesome. And this was gifted to me, and it was one of the first records that I ever got. Thompson Twins, In the Name of Love. I found this at a like secondhand consignment vintage shop kind of place. I got it for $4, which to me, this was a steal. It's not in the best condition. That's probably why it was so cheap. I jumped for joy when I found this secondhand. Oh, you're gonna see as we go through this that I love pop music, and I love 80s pop and kind of like alternative pop. That's my genre of choice. The record that was also my mom's that I took from her. A Man Alive by Tao. I got this at a Tao show. And then I also have Know Better, Learn Faster, the like 15-year anniversary special edition that I got at the Lord Huron show that Tao was opening for. And she signed it and personalized it for my partner and me, and she wrote Happy Pride on it, which is really funny. This one's pretty cool. It's like a heart cutout, and then there's the album cover. I love Tao. If you don't listen, you should start listening. Tears for Fears, The Hurting. I found this one at Second and Charles, which is a used bookstore. They sell some like used media that they buy from people, and then some of the stuff they sell is new. This one was pre-owned and used, but it's in like perfect pristine condition, and it was expensive. It was like $18 or something like that. Tears for Fears, Songs from the Big Chair. I also found this at the same secondhand vintage consignment shop, and I paid like $6 for this one, I want to say. Absolute steal. The actual record is a little bit damaged, which I think is why it's so cheap. Like, I don't even think it's in a, oh, I guess it is in a sleeve, but it has a couple places where it skips. Still a great find. Usually at those like secondhand shops where they have big crates of records, you never really find like such well-known bands. So I was so shocked to see this just in a bin of like random secondhand records. So if you like to buy records, I would say it's always worth it to look through those bins, even though 90% of the time you're never going to find anything that you've ever heard of. It's worth it for the 10% of times that you find Tears for Fears for $6. I do have a couple of Taylor Swift records. All of these were gifted to me. I have Red, Taylor's version. It's on red vinyls, I believe. Yeah, red pressing. That's pretty cool. I have Folklore. This is my favorite Taylor Swift album. That's that pressing. And then Midnights by Taylor Swift. This one is like a purple pressing. That's really pretty. It's pretty cool. Calm by 5 Seconds of Summer. I have never spun this, but I do own it. This one's also from Second and Charles, the used bookstore. I don't remember if this is like any sort of colorful pressing. Nope, just black. Everyone's a Star, 5 Seconds of Summer. This one was gifted to me, and the vinyl is a cool pressing. The glitter is probably not going to show up on camera, but it's like a dark royal blue glittery vinyl pressing. It's so cool. I love this like sleeve also. So cute. Love this album, and I'm going to see this tour in like a week. 5 Seconds of Summer were my first concert ever, and their debut CD was the first CD that I ever bought. A Night at the Opera by Queen. This was either my mom's or my dad's that I borrowed slash stole from them. We have Peter, Paul, and Mary that I got used at the secondhand bookstore. Paid $8 for it. All We Know Is Falling, Paramore. I also bought this one secondhand, even though it was pre-used. I think I paid like $15 for it or something like that. And I know that this is like a colorful pressing. I think it's gray. It's like marbled, but that's not showing up on camera at all, but it's this cool gray pressing. I love Paramore so much. I am always on the hunt for Paramore records secondhand, but they're hard to come by. I think people that have Paramore records are holding on to them. They don't resell them. Here's another steal. I was pinching myself. The Oak Ridge Boys. What is this album even called? Have Arrived, whatever. It's the album that has Leaving Louisiana in the Broad Daylight on it. I love the Oak Ridge Boys version of that song. And I got this for $5 at Second and Charles. They are usually overpriced, and sometimes the things that they sell you are so damaged. I've almost gotten some severely scratched CDs from there, but luckily I looked before I bought them. Yeah, they're greedy. They ask for way too much money and sell you damaged stuff, but when you find something good, it's something so good. Neutral Milk Hotel, In the Aeroplane Over the Sea. This one was also from Second and Charles, and I believe it was pre-owned and resold back to me, but it was like still in its plastic shrink wrap, so I paid absolutely full price for it. I think I paid like $24 for it or something like that. This album is so wonderful. Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge, My Chemical Romance. I love My Chemical Romance. This one I also got at Second and Charles. Perfect record. No skips record. One of the greatest records of all time, in my humble opinion. But again, in my opinion, not as great as The Black Parade. Also My Chemical Romance. I just found it at Target one day. I don't know if this is some sort of like Target exclusive cover art or if they sell this at other places, but yeah. I mean, obviously one of the greatest albums ever written, ever made. Totally foundational, has inspired so many other records. Another from the used bookstore, Mitski, Bury Me at Makeout Creek. One of my favorite Mitski albums. I'm on the hunt for like all of them. I don't know if vinyl records exist of all her albums, but if there is a vinyl for Puberty 2, I need to own that. I need that yesterday. That's my favorite Mitski album, but until then, this is the only one I have, which is perfectly alright with me, because this is an amazing no skips album. This is what I'm talking about with Second and Charles, sometimes charging you so much. $10 for used, pre-owned, pre-opened, whatever. This album is really fun. Business as Usual by Men at Work. I don't think I said. Okay, this is one of my favorites. This was gifted to me by my mom. She found it at a thrift store, again in one of those like big bins that you just kind of have to sit and sift through and hope you find something cool. This is a Mary Poppins record, the songs from the movie, and also it has a picture book like with the story of Mary Poppins in it, and these extremely nostalgic classic Disney illustrations. It says 1964 on it. I'm not sure if that's when this is from, but if that is, that's gotta be my oldest record, and I think it's so cool. Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again soundtrack. This was gifted to me. This was like the second record that I ever got, so I guess I've been collecting records ever since the year that this movie came out, because it's kind of a random pull for me. I'm not like a huge Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again stan, but I am a big ABBA fan. This is the only ABBA adjacent album that I have, other than I do also have, I guess I'll just show you now, I do also have ABBA Voyage, which I'm gonna be so honest with you, I have never spun, never listened to. But I know this is like a bright yellow vinyl pressing, I think. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Do people like this album? I don't know. I have literally never listened to the full thing. This one was also gifted to me. Lucy Dacus, home video. I bought this album on like a pre-order online, and it was the Spotify top listeners, Spotify fans exclusive pressing. It's like dark blue and dark pink. It looks better in person, okay? But this is one of my favorite albums of all time. And of all my records, this and the other Lucy Dacus single that I have are the only two records that I have ever like pre-ordered from the artist's website directly, paid full price for, bought like as soon as they came out. So typically I try to find my albums secondhand, or I just wait for people to gift them to me. But for Lucy Dacus, I make an exception. Melodrama, Lorde, enough said. One of the greatest albums of all time, in my opinion, as a big pop enjoyer. This one was also gifted to me right after I got my first record player. Julien Baker and Taurus, Send a Prayer My Way. I went to like the only show of the tour that they did together. It started in Richmond, Virginia. So of course I went, and they just did the Richmond show, and then after that they had to cancel the tour. So I feel so fortunate that I was able to see this album live, see Julien Baker and Taurus perform it together, and it's like a neon orange that matches the album cover. Also, yeah, I'm just grabbing these with my bare fingers. Stay mad about it. You can't even tell how neon orange it is on camera, but it's sparkly too. You can't see that on camera, but of course it's glittery. Sugar in the Tank by Julien Baker and Taurus. Greatest song ever made, perhaps. I have the Hamilton mixtape. I don't remember if I've ever listened to this. I think I have a couple of times, but yeah, this one was gifted to me. I do also have right here Hamilton on CD. I don't play about Hamilton, okay? I was a huge fan. I still have the entire thing memorized, and I still listen to it every now and then. But anyways, moving on from Hamilton, Faith by George Michael. This was my mom's, and I took it from her, sorry. Charlie Pride record from 1971. I'm gonna be so honest, I don't really know this record. I don't know all the songs on it, but he's one of the greats. If you like country music, you gotta listen to Charlie Pride. This was again like $8 from Second and Charles. They are robbing me blind, and I just keep going and giving them my money. This Baby One More Time Britney Spears picture disc. I think this specific one was like a Target exclusive. I don't know, I got this as a gift. I love Britney Spears. This is the only Britney record that I own though, and it's just adorable and iconic. We have The Record by Boy Genius, obviously. I think this one's like gray or something. It is definitely a color. Man, the like marbling really doesn't show up on camera, but it's like a beautiful dark gray and light gray marbled together. Yeah, the fact that I don't have any Phoebe records is pretty shocking to me too, but I can never find them for a reasonable price. Like, no one's ever selling them secondhand, so you gotta just suck it up and pay like $28 if you want Punisher, and I'm just not at a place yet where I'm gonna be paying $28 for Punisher. Sorry, Phoebe Bridgers. Anyways, another gifted record, B-Day by Beyonce. I would love to get more Beyonce records too. Okay, I'm gonna be so honest, never listened to this. I don't know this man. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Belouis, maybe? Belouise? My mom gave this to me. It was hers back in 1987. But she gave it to me and said she thought that I would like it, and never listened to it. So let me know if this is good. And last but not least, we have Adam Ant, or should I say Adam and the Ants. This one I got at the same thrift, consignment, secondhand, vintage shop that I got Songs from the Big Chair and the Stray Cats album, but for some reason this one was $12, so a little pricey, but another legendary find, because like I said, when you're flipping through those bins, you're never expecting to see like an album that you actually recognize. So very happy to find this one, and you know, pained me a little to pay $12 for it, but overall could be worse. Well, there you have it. I wasn't keeping track, so I don't know how many records I just showed you, but that's all my records, mostly from Second and Charles. I'm keeping the lights on at that place. Also quite a few from thrift stores, and then many gifted. Actually, I'm just realizing now, I also have Sour and Guts by Olivia Rodrigo, and I don't have them here in my room, so they must be downstairs. But just imagine I also showed you those ones, and those ones were also ones that I paid full price for, new right when they came out, at Walmart, I do believe. Actually, I don't know why I said I do believe. I know for a 100% fact that I got them at Walmart. So if you were keeping track, add 2 more to the total, because I also have those ones. I just don't know where they are at the moment. They're probably downstairs. Anyways, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye.